Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology. Okay, I've got another fun thing for us to look at. We have looked at this before. This is the MPK Slot In record player, or front-loading record player. And this is super cool. And this was the first Music Public Kingdom device that we reviewed on this channel. I'll put a link down below to the second video. Actually, you know what? I'll put both video links in there. We did a review of it, and then I took it apart and showed you how it worked, and we made a repair. Because this thing was literally damaging records. It destroyed a Dave Brubeck styrene record I had. For those of you that don't know, some 45s, a good percentage of them aren't made of vinyl. They're actually made of styrene, which is essentially the same stuff that, polystyrene cups are made out of, styrofoam, and it's also used in like juice cups and yogurt cups and things like that. It's a big popular product in the food service world. But anyway, they made records out of them, and they're a little bit more susceptible to scratching than regular vinyl. Anyway, this damaged the heck out of one, so I took it apart, and it was just putting too much downforce. It uses a clamp, a spring-loaded clamp to apply tracking force, and it was way over 10 grams. Via Westlife did a video on this as well, had the same results, but the modification was very easy. Now it doesn't damage anything. It plays wonderfully. It does have a fairly crude ceramic Chuo-Denshi type cartridge, and as we'll see in a minute here, it's got its quirks, but it's still super cool. I mean, it's totally enclosed. It's got a speaker built in there, so it is mono. There's no jacks to connect it to anything. There's no external anything. I think there is a motor connection, oh yeah, there's a speed connection or speed adjustments that can be made, so that's cool. It is 2-speed, obviously. It plays only 7-inch records, and yeah, no jacks of any kind, so you can't connect it to speakers. It doesn't do any Bluetooth, all that good stuff. It looks awesome. It looks awesome. This is based off of a fairly popular design from the 60s. That thing could, you could walk around holding it by the handle and it would still play the record, no problem. This one is can't quite be that versatile. You have to lay it down flat. It does have a battery in there. It's got like the Nokia rechargeable lithium-ion battery. However, I believe mine is dead. And that happens sometimes. I got a bad battery, so I have to keep it connected at all times. But I don't have a need for playing records on a battery-operated unit very often, so it's not really a big loss to me. And plus, those are easily upgradable and replaceable. But I thought I'd charge it all day again today. And this is really fun, by the way, tonight. Sometimes this show is a great reprieve from the rest of, busy life that, comes into our world. Today it was all about, rebuilding some computers and doing all kinds of PC computer stuff. And then at the end of it, I get to do the show with you guys. I'm like, yes, some fun stuff. So super excited for that. But anyway, so this is the device. You've got it does have Bluetooth. I take that back. So it does receive Bluetooth. 2 speeds, 33 and 45, like we said before. There's the eject button. If you could see in there, it is. You watch the video that I'm going to attach below, and you'll see I take it apart, and you'll see exactly how it works. It's an amazing piece of engineering, actually, because it will automatically detect the hole size, so you can play records with a large hole, records with a small hole. And it plays it all automatically. It's really cool. Some people call this the record shooter because when you push the button to eject the disc at the end, so if you push it hard, you can make it literally launch, which is kind of funny. I probably wouldn't play my ultimate prized records in this thing. It's a bit crude, honestly, but at the same time, it's not damaging anything. So it's definitely safe to use once you make that modification, which is very simple. And if you watch that video, you'll see what I mean. Tone knob, on and off, volume switch. All right, let's go ahead and remove the power cord, and let's see if that battery is holding any charge. No, it's not. Okay, so that battery is fried. That's okay. Like I said, no big deal. We'll just plug it back in, and we'll run off of the AC power. So we turn it on, turn the volume up about halfway. It's in Bluetooth mode now, I think. Is it? What did I just knock off? Okay. So that's in Bluetooth mode. I have no need or desire to connect to this as a Bluetooth speaker, but you could if you wanted to. And we'll flip it to 45. I think I'm on 45. Yeah, we're on 45. We're going to play... this is a really cool Eartha Kitt record. I found this in the stack of records that came with that J2 45 changer. So check this out. No more damage. No more, bad things happening with this. It's completely benign. It's a great, fun little record player. Do you need to insert pretty straight, and you just push it, and then at the very end, you just click it into place, and that'll start it playing. Now you'll notice it starts in the like a quarter of the way into the record. Sometimes it'll do that where it'll just place the needle down like a few grooves in. So that's kind of annoying, but helps if I don't knock it. So it is impedance matched, which is good. The sound is not half bad. Watch this. This is a record shooter action. Okay, that was pretty, check this out. I'm going to push it hard. Like, it literally will shoot your record out. So let's try another record. This is the Orange Bird record. But look, we have a small hole. How is it going to work with this? Not only that, it says 33 RPM. No worries, just change the speed. Stick our record in like this. And it works perfectly.
Little orange bird, in the sunshine tree. Won't you think of something sunny just for me? Think of funny thoughts, or a sunny word.
I think that's pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Let's play the other side.
If he's a squirmer and he squawks skidoo-buddy-doop, doop, dooby-doo-doo. A cat don't like a bird that is quiet. That kind of diet ain't no fun. A cat enjoy.
It's got that bright, sort of harsh ceramic cartridge sound. I see a lot of comments down below. We've done videos about cartridges before, and there's still confusion, and I get it. I myself was quite confused. So the two main types of cartridges, that being the actual device that holds the stylus, are ceramic, which is what this one is. The ceramic cartridge outputs a line level signal, so it doesn't require a preamp. So it's cheaper that way to manufacture, and they don't require preamps, so there's less circuitry involved. That's why a lot of entry-level equipment uses them, and they're really good for certain things, like playing old scratched records. They're less compliant, so that means that the needle isn't quite as flexible, the cantilever, so it's a little bit more rigid. So when you're trying to fight against a bumpy and irregular track modulation due to scratches or worn records or old shellac records, it's kind of nice to have the ceramic cartridge. And the other main type of cartridge is magnetic, which we've seen before, the AT3600L, that little white one. Very common. It's technology. It uses moving magnets instead of a ceramic rod. But what the confusion comes in a lot of times, I think, is when people mistakenly think that the needle is ceramic. And the needle in all of these is, for the most part, diamond. Some of them, very, very cheapo ones, will have the sapphire stylus, and that's literally the piece that touches the record. Doesn't sound any different, doesn't harm anything, it just wears out faster than diamond being the hardest surface. So all stylus, for the most part, are either sapphire or ruby. It's the same stone, actually. Or they're either diamond or they're sapphire ruby. So those are the two choices. The cartridges, magnetic, ceramic. So just another refresher. If you want to learn more about that, if that makes no sense, check out our videos on the topic of cartridges. We've done some videos on that. All right, so now we're back to 45 RPM, playing a little Smokey and the Bear, or Smokey the Bear. And again, this one has a large hole. This one's really worn. Really worn. That's almost unlistenable. Check that out. It looks like, look at that. You know what? That looks like it was played on like a with a way too heavy stylus on some kid's record player, or even on an antique one with a steel needle or something. This side looks a little better.
Frontier riding along, his hat was thrown back and his spurs was a jingling. As he approached, he was singing this song. Whoopie-tie-o, get along, little doggy.
Does that sound familiar to you? It should, because it's on a record that we reviewed. Hold on. See if I can find it real quick. Now I hope I can, because if I can't, it's going to be really lame. Nope, I can't. But, it's filed away. But it was on that picture disc, that 5-inch or 6-inch 1950s picture disc we reviewed some time ago.
Chuck wagon, then throw the doggies out onto the trail. Whoopie-tie-o.
Okay, let's see how far we can launch this one. All right, all the way out. So anyway, this is a fun thing, you guys. This is a fun record player. It's an imperfect format, but vinyl as a whole is an imperfect format, so that is okay. The cool factor alone is screams 60s. I love this. I think this is super, super cool. It comes in a couple different colors too. Again, I didn't even think to look before we filmed if they're still making this. If they are, I'll put a link in the description below. But I'll definitely put links down below for the previous videos we did on it, because it is pretty interesting how it all works and comes together inside. Everything from the cell phone battery that powers it to the mechanics and how it functions. And you'll be able to see also the modification I made to make it play safely. So anyway, that's going to do it for now, guys. Happy record hunting. Have a wonderful night, and we will see you tomorrow.